The uncle in the county just wants to ask for directions, but the doctor refused on the grounds of emergency surgery. Don't want the next second. Even the doctors who came were not spared. But because the environment is too noisy, no one noticed the gunshots. I didn't even notice that two doctors were killed until another doctor came to the equipment room to get the equipment. He was busy recording and didn't pay attention to his feet. But what made him desperate was obviously just broke his nose. Why is there sticky blood all over your body? Only then did I realize that my colleague, who had already cooled down. Even if you are used to seeing doctors who live and die, I'm also scared at the moment. Stumbled into the director's office. The director learned that there was a gunman in the hospital at the moment. The hospital was locked down immediately. Before we figure out who the killer is, no one is allowed in or out. Stay put and wait for police support. I don't want to just now. The man walks into the lobby. Nurses open their mouths to dissuade, can't leave this area.
Can't leave this area.
It was the Iceman who didn't want to respond to him. Everyone was terrified. Never thought the shooting incident will happen so close to itself. The first time Mark wanted to escape with Gray, but I don't want the moment the elevator opens. I saw Gray's boyfriend lying in a pool of blood. To people who can help it, hurry up and move Alec to an empty ward. The bullet was still found in the body. Surgery must be done quickly, but without anesthesia. Alec was yelling non-stop. There's really no way, little Gray. I can only plug my boyfriend's mouth with gauze, because once the screams attract the killer, I'm afraid all three are going to finish soon. The Washington team surrounded the hospital, but since there is no information on the killer, it's hard to identify if you enter rashly. Everyone can only continue to wait, looking forward to more news. At the same time, extinction in the ward on the other side. A desperate discovery. The gunman didn't know when he arrived at the ward area. See the doctor along the way. Too late to think. He hastily ordered the patient to play dead and cover them with sheets at the same time. Let the students hide. He also hid under the hospital bed. The next second, the gunman walked into the ward, but surprisingly, after seeing the woman playing dead on the hospital bed, the gunman was sad to death. However, just then, the noise in the toilet attracted him.
Are you a surgeon?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I am.
Oh no, 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 oh no, please.
The great despair revealed puzzlement. Why would someone kill a surgeon? Just when extinction thought it was doomed. Don't.
Are you a surgeon? Answer me!
No. I'm a nurse. I'm a nurse.
On the next second, the man actually put down his gun.
I'm sorry.
After speaking, he turned around and left the ward. The next second, the gunman stopped the director on the flyover. The unsuspecting director also asked the men to leave as soon as possible. Tell the hospital it's not safe.
You don't recognize me, do you?
The director just found out. The man in front of you, the husband of the woman who died 6 months ago. 6 months ago, the man brought his wife with cancer to the hospital for treatment. The surgery went well. I don't want the 4-foot doctor to just give the man the good news. The wife suffered complications in the hind foot and suffered a stroke, resulting in brain death. Men can't accept the truth for a while. I have been silently guarding my wife, hoping for a miracle. But what made him even more desperate was, according to the medical statement signed by the wife before her death, the hospital had to pull out the oxygen tube, stop treatment. Although men repeatedly emphasize, willing to bear the cost, but all this isn't something a dead wife doesn't want to see. Couple with no children, how could he let his wife sell the house and land to guard the living dead? Just like this, under the orders of the director, Little Gray turned off the respirator. That's why man hates. These 3 people are responsible for the scarf of the operation. Director announcing orders, and the little puppet that turned off the respirator. In his eyes, where is this hospital? Obviously, it's just a bunch of wine bags and rice bags. Driven by anger, the men finally pulled the trigger. At the same time, Washington finally broke in order to continue to seek revenge for the remaining 2. Men have to take refuge. Gray, who was on the side, hurried forward to check her husband's injury. But the sad thing is, surgeon killed. The others escaped. No one can operate on the master at all. There are only 2 interns.
We have a surgeon.
Who's gonna operate on Dr. Shepard?
I am.
Although only a resident doctor, but he has already helped the attending doctor countless times. Already very skilled. To keep my friend Gray from getting nervous, I can only order Gray to let him sit on the floor of the washroom, just in case he wants to rush into the operating room and disrupt his rhythm. For this, he purposely left his remaining manpower to watch over.
I will do my very best work. But please, Meredith, I am begging you, sit down and wait.
Gray. At the same time, on the other hand, in search of more surgical equipment, little Gray can only venture down the corridor, just happened to bump into the gunman. It really took a lot of effort to kill these 3 people. Men have to kill so many more innocent people. And the girl in front of you, it was he who turned off his wife's life support system with his own hands.